didn't say it. Okay. All right. Hi.
Hey! Welcome to the first Staubitz and Waterhouse talk show. I'm Mary Staubitz. This is Russ Waterhouse.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
We are so happy to be here to do our part to support Non-Event, an organization that I have worked with for many, many years, and Russ has just started recently.
It's true. Unfortunately, our friend Zach could not be here, but he's here in spirit.
We're channeling him through the elf. All right. Okay.
Oh, and just so you know, what you will be hearing in the background throughout the show are the messages that people called in and left for us over the past month or so. And looks like we're calling our first guest, Mike Watt.
Mike Watt from San Pedro, California. Hopefully he picks up the phone. If not, we know Scott's ready. Fingers crossed, you guys.
Hello, is this Mike Watt?
Oh my goodness. This is possibly the most nerve-wracking performance I've ever done. I've done some real nerve-wracking ones. This would actually be easier if we were on a real set, in a real studio, separate from our living space.
Yes, sure. Maybe if you donate enough money, maybe we can afford a real set.
For next year.
All right, should we try them one more time?
Oh, okay. I think so.
And speaking of donating, that's what we're all here for, correct? There are plenty of links on the Twitch stream page, and you can PayPal any amount that you feel comfortable donating. Any amount helps.
Any amount.
It will help Non-Event continue to bring you great programming in the Boston area. Definitely my favorite promoter in the Boston area, and I've only lived here for about 2.5 years, but we played probably my favorite show since I've been up here.
The entirety.
And I've seen many others that were just amazing.
Absolutely amazing.
Back in Kansas.
So we're off to a great start.
A really smashing start. We're going to call Scott because Scott...
That's Scott as in...
We're going to call Inacceptable. Change the sound.
Oh, okay.
We are going to give Inacceptable a call. He's here in Windham, Maine. I don't think he's wearing a full union suit, but I mean, who knows?
Aren't we all?
Aren't we all?
All right, so...
Scott's not answering. Our initial idea was to make this a call-in show where you guys called us, and we were afraid of a whole hour of dead air and the phone not ringing and us having a conversation like this. So we thought, you know what? We better make it a call-out show. And it looks like
everybody's calling out.
Scott is on the line. Scott.
Hello?
Oh! Inacceptable!
How's it going?
Good. How you doing?
I'm watching you on a screen on like a maybe 10-second delay.
Oh, that must be a very odd sensation.
It's very strange, but is this is your house?
This is our house.
This is our house, yeah.
Very nice. I like the tree. I like what's the painting above the couch there?
Oh, that is a painting that I got at a thrift store, a short-lived thrift store in Harvard Square. They had bought out all the furnishings of a recently defunct Swiss hotel downtown, and they had a stack of about a dozen of those.
Did you say a Swiss hotel?
Yes, Swiss Hotel in downtown Boston, because there's a little sticker on the back that says Swiss Hotel.
What makes a hotel Swiss exactly?
Maybe some minimal design.
Wouldn't that be like a Scandinavian hotel?
Look, man, you're really splitting hairs here.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Hey, other people we know have this exact same painting.
Greg Kelley and Sandra Barrett both also bought this painting.
Wow.
So maybe we'll talk to Greg about this painting later.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I hope if you can get Greg on the screen with the painting in the background, perhaps.
With his painting in the background.
Yeah.
So, you know what I really wanted to ask you?
Uh-oh, what?
When did I cuss on your radio show?
I did a couple years ago. Whenever I do a fill-in show on WMPG 90.9 FM, Portland, Gorham, Maine, I will have people call in and either call in or submit their own tracks, since everybody on my social media feed, almost everybody is somebody who makes stuff. So I will do these fun sort of lightning rounds, like send me a track under 5 minutes. And for one of those, you called and you told a story, and you said something beforehand. You were like, and I can't swear, right? I was like, yeah, no. And then as soon as I put you on the air, within like 3 sentences, you had dropped an F-bomb. And I can't remember the context for it, but it was fucking hilarious.
I do remember this. I was actually alone and drunk on corn whiskey in Tom Borax's basement in Baltimore, Maryland.
I was
Listening
leave the
to his
drunk part
Sun
out
Ra
of the story,
CDs
but
by
yeah.
myself.
I do remember that. It was good.
What else do you do on tour when everybody else goes to bed?
Yeah.
You were listening to it on CD?
Oh yeah, he had all his CDs in the basement, so I was like looking through and I put some stuff on it because what am I gonna do?
Hey,
I can't play his harpsichord.
The word on
woken up the whole house.
The word on the street is CDs are back.
CDs are back.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I put out a CD earlier this year.
On Pogus Productions.
It sold pretty well. I mean, compared to the stuff I usually put out, I was very pleasantly surprised. I expected to have, 50 to 70 of them sitting around for the rest of my life, and they're mostly gone. Looks like I got about 7 or 8 left. So, I don't know how Al Margolis is doing selling them, but I sold my copy. So,
well, that's a legendary label.
Say that again, Russ? I'm sorry.
Oh, I said that's a legendary label.
It's true. No, I definitely got the Pogus bump.
Yeah.
And the Al Margolis bump.
See, I like to think that that Pogus got the ineffectual bump.
I wasn't going to say that, but that's just not true. I can't. But no, it was a real thrill. I mean, I've been buying CDs from that label since I was a teenager, so it was real special when Al asked me to do something. I knew I had to do it. It took me like 4 or 5 years to put it together, but I finally did it.
Wow, it takes me like 2 months to put something together, and I feel like it took too long.
Well, I mean, I have those albums as well. There's some that you record one thing in a day, and you're like, oh, this is great, and you put it out, and then there are others. I really wanted, maybe it's kind of cheesy, but I really wanted to make an album that my teenage self would have been blown away by. So my target audience was me and this one friend who listened to that stuff as teenagers. And that I sort of built that album in part. I mean, there's a whole other concept to it, but I was really trying to impress. I wanted teenage me to be like, that's the best record on this label. Or,
Yeah.
Don't express yourself, impress yourself.
See?
Yeah, no, of course, this is an unwinnable, unknowable. Of course, I have no idea. Maybe I would have hated it.
Taste change.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't, there isn't much that I ever liked musically that I now dislike, though. So, if anything, my palette has just expanded over the years, but I still like all the stuff I listened to when I was a kid. And there's some stuff from my teens that maybe I'm not as interested in, but for the most part, I still like everything.
Wait, what is the thing that you would probably cringe most over that you used to love when you were a teenager?
That's a really good question. There isn't. Honestly, I'm just not somebody who's embarrassed by that kind of stuff. But nothing is coming to mind. I'm not going to name any names because there's like an outside chance that people would know. But there are some noise things that I heard early on that made a big impression. But then as I heard more and more and more, those albums I kind of saw like, these are kind of just so there are things like that. But for the most part, nothing. I mean, I'm not embarrassed about any of the stuff.
I don't think Perry Farrell's watching, so
Yeah, I mean, you can
Perry
just
Farrell.
say it,
I never really got into Jane's Addiction or Porno for Pyros or any of that. I was always really bothered by what's the guitarist's name?
What's his name? Dave Navarro?
Dave Navarro.
Dave Navarro.
Yeah, he always had the eyeliner on and
exuded just to me. Even back then, like I couldn't. He's just somebody I wouldn't want to
hang out with.
No.
That's my criteria for whether a band is good or not. Would I like to hang out with?
Would I like to have a drink with these people or not?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe he's fine. I'd give him a shot. Like, I wouldn't kick him out of my show or something. But
That's kind.
What's a genre that you've grown to appreciate in the past decade or so that you didn't really like when you were younger?
There is a lot of just like middle of the road, especially 80s and some 70s, just like soft rock, light rock, stuff like that I didn't give a damn about when I was young, when it was contemporary, that I now sometimes, at worst I'll kind of like it. At best, I will, just be like crying about how good it is and how poignant it sounds now. And,
like George Benson?
Say that again.
George Benson? Give Me the Night? George Benson?
George Benson? Oh, Give Me the Night. I mean, I didn't know that song when I was a kid, but I fucking love it now. Oh my God. I got into that song a few years ago because somebody put it on, it's one of those, I really like this aspect of social media when somebody like, here's a list of my favorite songs with these criteria, and I've checked out so many things, like that. And Give Me the Night, I sort of vaguely remembered hearing it, and I'm a terminal record store employee, right? So I've seen the record a million times.
Terminal.
But finally, I just...
Terminal case.
Yeah, no, there's nothing. I mean, I don't work at one presently, but, it's inevitable. I'm making money off of discounts right now. But yeah, Give Me the Night, that's one of the best fucking songs. My God. So yeah, I mean, that could sort of be an example, but that's like, I feel like if I had been properly exposed to that song as a kid, I would have known that it was great.
Exceptional.
It is. It's an exceptional
no
song.
doubt. But I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff that I've softened on. There was a lot of. I liked classical music when I was a teenager quite a lot, but there was a lot of it that I was very like. I was like, I like Beethoven, but not Mozart. I hate Wagner and and almost all of it sounds kind of good to me now. I don't know. I love feeling those prejudices fall.
Yes.
In terms of everything, really, as you get older and you realize, so many of your opinions and your preconceptions are just absolute garbage.
Sometimes, too, when you take something out of context, it sounds a lot better. Like, once I could take Give Me the Night by George Benson out of the context of my after-school job at Cherry Web and Terrain in Dedham, straightening racks of Jones, New York ladies' stretch pants. The song sounded so good. And
oh my goodness.
So, Scott, what do you have coming up in the next couple of months? Do you have anything that you're putting out? Are you able to play, or you still got some taste in the shack?
You're breaking up a little bit. I'm only getting part of the question. You're asking me what's coming up for me in the future. Somebody just invited me to play the Worcester Noise Brunch, which apparently is happening this year, and there's an option to do outdoors. Now, I'm not playing indoor shows at this point. I won't do it, but I will play outdoors, I assume, on that back porch there.
Yeah, the porch is nice.
Oh, the porch is so nice. There's also a little pit where a hot tub used to be. And it's it's full of leaves and lattice, and I think that there are some animals that live underneath it too that probably wouldn't come around while you were playing in that pit, but who's to say?
I'll try to conjure a rabbit or a possum or something.
I feel like bluebirds follow you everywhere.
Yeah, no, I'll do the Pied Piper. I'll get a piccolo that the Pied Piper plays, or just a flute, or I don't know. But I'll aim for that. But yeah, I'll do that, and that's on my birthday. So I love playing the Noise Brunch.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You're a New Year's baby. I forgot that.
That's right. I am the first baby born in Portland in the 1980s, Portland, Maine, that is, of course.
Ooh, was your picture in the paper?
It was.
Oh, we gotta find it.
Yeah, no, there's a weird sort of flowery prose poem about me. It's strangely flowery and for something that you would see in the newspaper. And then there's a picture of me, and then above me there's a picture of an empty champagne bottle on the side of the road.
Wow, that's pretty mean.
The article literally has the sentence "wiggling pink with newness."
Oh, that sounds grotesque.
That sounds fucking disgusting.
It's like you're like that maggot in the fly that
larva.
Gina Davis gives birth to. That's like the most horrifying thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh.
That is precisely who I am.
Well, Scott, thank you so much for talking to us today, and I miss you terribly, even though I just saw you recently.
I miss you guys too. Oh my god, this is really fun. It's beautiful to see you both. Look how dapper y'all are.
Hi, you like to see
live from Pawtucket. Yeah, I just bought this sport coat at Savers a few hours ago.
Very good. Well, anytime you want to talk about Dave Navarro or Give Me the Night, you give me a ring. Doesn't have to be in public. We can share our private thoughts about Dave Navarro and George Benson anytime.
I want to tell the world.
Thank you.
Thank you, Scott.
See you soon. Love you guys.
Chef's kiss. Whatever that means.
Whatever that means. All right. Okay, Facebook wants to know the quality of your call. All right, we're going to give it one more try because he was expecting me. In the meantime, I hope that everyone is donating like a fire.
Donate!
Yes. Like the life of regional experimental music depends on it because
I wonder if people can hear us over this.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, maybe they can. Oh, and the background track, which we can't hear the background track, so we don't have to. Okay. So I think that we missed Mike.
Chance encounter on a Skype.
We are going to call Keith Whitman next.
Hey.
It's Keith Whitman.
Hello, this is KFW, ASNYC, please leave a message.
When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Are we leaving a message?
I'd like to place an order for
Pickup.
40 krill pones.
The latest, hottest Vimaroglu. Keith, call us back on Skype so we can interview you. Wow. Wow, this is just...
I'm not ready.
This is really going.
I wonder what you're all hearing. I'd like to thank everybody who called into the phone line again.
Oh, yes, me too. Me too.
I don't know if I should name names, because we had to Google
Oh,
some of the phone
oh
numbers.
yeah, because we're very nosy. You know, that's
So-
something that Russ and I have
so
always had
there's-
in common. We're
thank you,
freaks.
Scott.
Mhm.
Oh, happy birthday, Scott McGackey in Chicago.
Oh, happy birthday, Scott!
If you're watching. Also, let's see, Chris in Louisville. I think he called.
Yeah, Chris
And
Aplano and
Neil.
Neil Young Cloaca from Turner's Falls, Massachusetts.
And Tom D in Philadelphia.
That's right, and Matt W in Albany, New York.
And
Meow.
Jason McGill, who used to live in Providence. I'm not sure where he lives now. Oh, he was in a great band, Barnum.
Oh, that's right. You said that. Yes.
And who else left messages? Oh, I think our friend Richie in Philadelphia.
Yep, that's right. Richie in Philadelphia. We think left a message.
Oh,
there
and our
was
friend
some that
John.
we couldn't figure out.
John in
good on you.
Arizona.
Oh, that's right. Yep, John in Arizona. Lori, also
Oh,
from
thank you, Lori.
Western Mass.
Yep.
Yes,
We got a good response to the phone.
we did.
Should we try Keith one more time?
You know what? I'm gonna call Forbes.
Oh, we're calling
Because-
Forbes now.
I think Forbes is like ready to go.
All right.
And I really want to talk to Forbes because it's been a little while.
Howdy.
Forbes! Yay!
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
yeah.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, hold up a second. Let me just turn it up a little.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I muted on the the website or whatever.
Yeah, the Twitch stream.
It's so odd that you're watching this as you're talking.
Well, I blocked it out now because I think if I watch, I might get a little distracted. So now I'm just looking at this Skype thing here.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh, it's the top of your head.
This is the entirety.
Oh,
wait.
oh no, wait. Oh no, it's me with the face mask on. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
You know, back in Kansas, we call that.
So Forbes, when was the last time I saw you? Was it at that outdoor show in Jamaica Plain?
That sounds right. And with that, dang, I don't remember when that was.
I think that was in the spring.
It was March. It wasn't all the way back in March, was it?
Maybe
I
April.
think it was.
It was a little warmer, so maybe April?
Yeah, maybe April.
I think that was the first show we saw after winter.
Yeah, something like that. And everyone's excited. It's just like, wow, there's something.
Yes, something is happening. And how many outdoor shows were you able to do over the summer?
Yo, I did a lot because Alex Lemsky just kept putting me either A, he would, he had me do something, or B, like whoever he asked, or not everybody, but like a number of asked me to do it. So like I must have done probably 3 or 4 other ones or something. I forget. And then I went and played at Franklin Park with John Dalton at least once, but we were just playing, and no, we played over there twice, and I played over there with Matt Crane one time too.
Oh.
So,
Did you
so
play
yeah.
at the Bear Cages, or is there a different spot in Franklin Park?
Wait, I did play the Bear Cages. My gosh, I played the Bear Cages with Lonnie. I was on the bill with Lonnie, which was awesome because I think Lonnie's the best. And yeah, I guess that was last summer. And a lot of this time thing is just all off, but yeah.
It's hard to keep track now.
It really is. It's a different season. Now,
Yeah.
I guess, I don't know, time is like, has just slid into this ooze sort of, with different temperatures.
Yeah, pretty much it's daytime, it's nighttime, it's the weekend, I'm alive.
Yeah, right.
I think I saw you tweeting the other day that you were writing music at 5 a.m. Is that true?
Yeah, because I get up in the morning so I can go for a walk in the morning.
Did you know?
Before, the kids and all of this stuff, so.
Oh, that's really nice. You get like a few minutes to yourself, and the city's pretty quiet. I mean, the city's got to be really quiet at that
And
time.
almost became a permanent.
Yeah, I mean, I'm typically like out walking around 6. There was a period where I was out walking like 5:30,
No.
even a little earlier, but typically I'm out between 6 and 6:15, and then I'm back around 7ish or so. once it gets, I guess once we get back to it being, the sun coming up a little earlier, then I might push back to 5:30 or something. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's cool.
I also get up very early in the morning, and I like the early morning. I like that feeling that you're momentarily alone.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. The alone in it. You either got your music going, you're walking with your music, or you're walking with your thoughts, or a combination of the two, or whatever.
What are you working on? What are you writing?
A lot. No, actually, right now I'm only working on one thing. I got a commission from the Boston Foundation to do a chamber, like a chamber music piece. So I've been working on that.
That's fantastic! Oh my God! Oh, I love hearing this.
Yeah. The premiere's in March, so I gotta finish this thing.
Start rehearsals.
Everybody get here at 3 a.m. That's when we're at our best.
I'm like about a third done with the first draft. So I'll be getting into gear on it. And I'll have it done and everything. Yeah, that's like the biggest thing that I've been working on right now. And then the other thing is like, I'm in 2022, I got to bust out with a bunch more music. So like, I have an album coming out on Relative Pitch sometime in 2022, and then some other labels asked me to do stuff, and I did some for some of them, and then I didn't finish anything for the other ones. So it's like I got to finish all of that. And then I got to bust out with some Bandcamp, get some albums on Bandcamp.
Oh, geez, my Bandcamp is like a graveyard right now. I put a whole bunch of stuff up like 2.5 years ago and then instantly forgot about it.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. It's like weird. Like I want to get more stuff out there, but obviously there's like kind of an angle that, it gets work the angle so that people actually buy it. So
yes.
Make some money, because it's like I'm not trying to like use it to, pay like a big bill, but if it could
pay a small bill.
Sure, exactly.
Pay for me to go get some lunch or something.
Right.
Exactly. Please just buy me a sandwich.
Yeah, so like that's kind of where I'm at with that. Really, it's weird, because it was like I was thinking, I'm gonna go on tour, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go there, but that's really not happening no more. And then, so I don't know about that, but I guess besides all that, I say, I wanted to, just to see the colleagues,
Oh, absolutely.
You guys and whatnot, just, it's tough with the COVID thing for sure. But, just finding a way to make music with people would be another real nice thing to do.
Yeah. In person, or just, I don't know, just the social connectivity of it, and being able to see other people's music, and you get inspired or just curious about what they're doing. Like, I don't know. I think the community makes you work harder and feel more secure at the same time. Whereas the way it is right now is pretty isolating.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that. I mean, just even just seeing the stuff that I've seen on the program so far, and watching the watching the videos and just everything. It is very true. It's like a mini master class, and it's like it does keep you connected and inspired. It's nice because it beats kind of worrying about what other people are doing.
Yes, that is the bonus. Most certainly so.
Yeah.
No, I feel like it almost felt like we were coming out of the live stream era back to live performance, but
for like a second.
But I think this winter is just going to be back to the way it was maybe a year ago. Now, I mean, every show in New York that I've seen is being canceled now.
Canceled. We
So-
canceled at Cold Spring tomorrow, but that was just because of the weather. Because it was going to be a
Right, I
we
saw
wanted
that.
to play outside. We would like the trio is planning to play outside around the fire pit at Cold Spring, but if it was snowing all day, then
Right.
that is not going to happen.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I mean, I guess like I do have some stuff. I have some stuff in New York. Shoot. But in
Better check.
February and March. I don't know. I have a couple things here too that are indoors. I mean, I've played a couple indoors, but like I've definitely not played as much as I don't know. It's weird. And yeah, it's like, man, what's gonna happen now? And it's like, I'm like just having all this crazy stuff going on in my life and everything, and I'm like thinking, oh, I'm about to have a social. I'm about to do socialization and stuff. I'm about to do different things.
Yep.
And it's like, well, maybe you ought to rethink that. And
you know what I wanted to ask you actually? What do you find that there's any real difference in your playing when you're playing indoors in a controlled environment as opposed to outdoors and maybe in a less controllable environment?
No difference.
No difference at all.
No difference, because it's the same. Like, so I haven't had to play in inclement conditions that like were so distracting that I, couldn't, kind of mess with my thinking.
Oh, yeah.
And so because of that, it's like it's the same concept. The concept is really, I guess if you're playing with other people, right? Like the concept for me is communication. So that's the same. That doesn't change. And then I guess if if I'm playing solo, then I guess it's like, what am I assembling? Maybe that might be how we look at it, and that doesn't change either. So yeah, for me, there's no difference. And also, like, I don't really operate in terms of these days, and overall, I don't really operate spatially. So like, I'm not, in other words, like, there's not like a certain amount of space that I'm utilizing to do anything. Like, I generally stay in the same spot.
Oh yeah, that is true. That is true.
So like, so it doesn't matter like where it's at as far as any of that goes.
Do you approach playing your compositions like when you're doing a live performance? Like sometimes you improvise and sometimes you're playing a composition. Like, is it a
no, I'm pretty much always improvising live. Like I guess the closest. Well, I did a thing in Lowell a long time ago now, where I did a piece that I wrote for like, I think it was Trumpet and Drum Machine or something, and I forget what. And that was like, I just played the piece I wrote, and like it's been a while, but like I did group with Pandalise and Luther and Dave Rentis called Construction Party, and it's like, we play whenever Dave comes home for Christmas or whatever. And so we played, people's tunes. And I had some, so we do some of mine. But no, typically I don't really do a lot. I guess technically that's not entirely true, but like I'd say like 90% of the time, probably 95 is improvisations, and even like if it's a composition, it might be more, because I have that today's media where it's like I hand out the paper and then conduct people reading the paper, and then I play along, and that's like a text-based piece. So that's a fun one. That's a nice one to do. It's like go buy a copy of the paper.
That sounds like a blast. I've got to say.
Man, that's like find a copy of the paper.
It's part of the challenge of the piece, probably.
Yeah, for real.
Oh well, Forbes, thank you so much for talking to us. We miss you terribly.
Yeah, hopefully there'll be an opportunity to see you.
Yeah, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna just keep my eye out on the schedule, and especially if depending on when it is, because my time schedule is being updated in January. So like depending on when it is, I'm gonna be there. So, look out for me in 2022.
Thanks again.
Oh, thank you so much, and please say hello to your absolutely beautiful family.
Thank you very much. I sure will do that.
All right.
Y'all take care now.
You too. Have a great night.
Good night.
All right, who's next?
Oh, that was Forbes Graham joining us from Rosendale, Massachusetts. And who are we going to call next?
We have about 25 minutes, a little less.
Yeah, a little less than 25 minutes. Let's try to call Keith again.
Try Keith again?
Yeah, we're going to try to call Keith again.
WASNYC.
Oh.
Oh, is that Alpha State? I think that's, yeah. Is that his company?
It might be, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, moving on. All right. Are we gonna give Greg a call?
Yeah, let's try Greg.
All right. We're gonna give Greg a call. Let's see how this goes. All right. How do I do this? I don't really use Skype that often, so just kind of doing my best out here. That is Greg's number. All right. Let's give him a call and see how this goes. I guess the unofficial theme song for the Spot Show is the Skype ringtone.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Hello?
Craig, are you with us? I feel like this is almost like a seance.
No, I thought this was like...
Greg, are you with us?
Are you with
Greg.
The contract.
Are you in the room?
Can you hear me now?
Oh, yes! Yay! Craig!
You can't hear us?
Hold on, I gotta put you on speaker.
Okay. All right. I
Oh,
guess.
there you are.
Oh.
Yeah, that's weird. I wasn't sure if it was gonna come in Skype or phone. I plugged in headphones, but the headphones apparently did not work. So
Oh.
we're on speakerphone,
Oh, speakerphone.
which means I'm alone in my apartment, which means no one else can hear.
Just all alone. Greg, you know what? I did not think of any specific questions to ask you for this conversation. And I'm regretting it a little bit. Well, you see,
Off the cuff.
I've known him for so long. Why would I suddenly get stage fright with you? That doesn't make any sense at all.
No, not at all.
No.
It should be almost too familiar. Where Leah was concerned that it was going to be a Howard Stern kind of situation where I was going to get grilled with some tough personal questions and. You're going to be in
no, actually, no. I did have a question for you, which might be slightly personal, and that is, have you ever gotten sicker than that night when you and I did all those Fernet shots at the Independent?
Yes.
You have. Because I don't think that I have.
I'm not ready. You're not ready?
There was a night that No Fucker played at some house show in I don't even know where, Alston or something like that. And I just remember sharing a flask with some sketchy dudes.
Why would
the members of the band?
Upstanding dudes we're already spoken for. We've got our own, sir. Thank you.
And then I went to Middlesex after that for some techno night and I think I was asked to leave.
Oh, God.
No Fucker, that's the band from Rochester, right? different
Yeah.
Ooh, boy.
So,
Wow,
yeah, that was a rough one.
do you remember what house it was in Alston?
I don't think I've ever seen a show there before.
I'm sure Strunk must have.
Oh, Strunk, it's probably in Strunk's Zine, that show. Chris Strunk did a zine about long ago illegal punk spaces.
Punk Spaces in Boston from 2000 to 2015 or somewhere around there.
It's funny that I can't remember the title because it's right in the
where that
front.
show was.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if you didn't.
So how did that night end up?
Not good.
Okay, fair enough.
So, all right. No, I did have another question that I wanted to ask you. Now it's all coming back to me. So, so recently, we were talking about touring in Italy and how that can be, kind of a fun, unexpected disaster in many different ways. And it got me thinking about like what is your all-time biggest tour disaster?
I mean, that's tough to say. But, the first Imprint tour, one of the members of the band quit 2 weeks into a 5-week tour, so that's kind of a snag.
Was that a drummer?
Was it Bob?
No. He can't quit, unfortunately for him. That first tour with Tasia in San Francisco, he quit the band.
That's what I thought you were getting
I
at.
forgot that tattoo was in that band.
Oh, well.
And so that's tough. But I mean, luckily with improvised music, you can kind of get around it. But other than that, I mean, the one that seemed to me at the time to be the worst, I told the story once, I think after a non-event show, and somebody said, that's a very bourgeois story. And it's basically because Bahab and I were doing a tour in the UK, and the morning of a show that we were supposed to play in Glasgow, we got an email saying the show was canceled. But we had train tickets to go there. We thought we had a place to stay. So we went up to Glasgow anyways. We couldn't reach the promoter. And we ended up having to sleep overnight at, what's the name of some airport in Glasgow that was the only place in the UK that Elvis ever touched down because he was there for the army.
Oh, God, this sounds so grim.
So we were at this airport, and then the next morning, we slept at this airport. We were trying to use phone cards to call our significant others back home. Phone cards didn't work. And then the next morning, we went to go on our plane. Our plane got canceled.
Oh, my God, no!
But it was like Ryanair or one of those.
Oh, yeah,
Ryanair. I remember Ryanair. We're all scarred from Ryanair.
It was like a $2 ticket.
Right. It's like a bus.
That lets you off 40 minutes outside of whatever city you need to be in.
And we ended up having to go back to, take a train back to Glasgow.
Hey gang, it's Sam Gass.
Because the airport was outside the city. And then buy a 200-pound train ticket to London. And on the train from the airport to Glasgow, we were supposed to get a discount if we were flying. But our flight didn't happen, so they wouldn't accept the discount. And then this woman on the train overheard the conversation and got on the phone and started screaming that this is bullshit and all this stuff. At the end, she gave us her card, and she was a member of Scottish Parliament. And she said, "This is a poor representation of our country. We hope you don't hold it against us." It ended up being a decent story and everything. So it was
That's amazing.
At the time, it just sucks. It's like you're on tour, show gets canceled, the promoter ghosts you, and then you sleep in an airport, and then your flight's canceled. But
that's the perfect storm of garbage. Just one of those things happening.
It's very bourgeois. You're very bourgeois to complain about that. I'm like, well, fuck you then. I'm bourgeois.
Yeah.
honestly, touring the UK is almost as rough as touring Italy, in my personal experience.
I never
Really,
actually
like,
toured the UK. I'm just trying to get out of the UK.
It's extremely chaotic. Yeah, both places extremely chaotic. And then there, of course, I think the electricity is different in the UK than it is in mainland Europe, and we've had so many I had so many electrical problems, like mixers being fried and losing.
Oh yeah, that I can definitely imagine.
Yeah.
I just remember being on some tours in Europe, and just not for equipment, but for my phone or something. You have all these adapters, and you're like, what? I don't know what these do.
It's like a 16-prong, like 90-degree angle thing. Weighs 15 pounds.
But I don't know. Tour horror, I mean, it's so broad. Like, it's such a great topic. But, yeah, it's hard to say, like, which one's the worst, you know? The one at the time, whatever one you're experiencing at the time is the worst one.
Yeah. That's absolutely true. That's absolutely true.
And then like you're telling the story, and people are like, that sounds hilarious. And it's like, well, yeah, I agree. But... but it was not that hilarious.
It wasn't really funny. So, Greg,
like when the venue's on fire, you're not getting paid, and there's some like brutes who want to beat you up after the show. Like, yeah, it sounds great afterwards, but at the time, it's not cool.
Lads.
Oh, I actually love making people angry enough that they accost me outside. I mean, I've never gotten beaten up, you know, because I'm female, but I have a feeling if I were male, I would have maybe taken a punch.
All right.
I think you have the capacity to take it to that if you
I'm waiting for it. Come on!
No, I think that window is closed.
Really? Oh. It's all the fun in life just keeps disappearing.
All right,
Potential
well,
bar
can we turn
fights.
this around?
All right. So, Greg, did you just have a CD come up?
Sorry, what's that?
Did you just have a CD come up?
I did, yeah, with Virtual Balboa, which is Ben Bennett, percussionist from Philadelphia, Zach Darup, guitar player, who's also from Philadelphia, and then Evan Lipson, a bass player who's living in Memphis right now.
Oh, how did you hook up with those three people?
I had met Evan a long time ago, actually on a Light Party tour.
Oh,
He
wow.
played the gig with his band Normal Love in Allentown, Pennsylvania, Jeff the Pigeon.
Woo.
Ooh, Jeff the Pigeon.
Legendary space.
Legendary space.
Yeah, amazing place. And then Evan had come through Seattle with Jack Wright one time, and then he and Ben and Zach were on the tour, which ended up being kind of rough for them, where they got robbed the night before. They were supposed to go to Canada.
Oh,
Somebody
yes.
lost their laptop.
Oh, I heard about this. I actually saw Zach, I think the day after that happened. He was supposed to be on tour, and he came back to Philadelphia, and so I was playing that night, and yeah, that's right. Oh, damn. Sorry.
Yeah, so that was on that tour, and I think it might have been the last show that they did. And just from knowing Evan asked me to sit in with them that night, and it ended up being a really fun show. And it's funny because Chris Cooper, who is notoriously opinionated about free improvisation and things like that, he sent me a text message a couple days before, and he said, I did a completely random free improv show, and I had fun. And he was like shocked by it. But he had played with him like 3 nights before, or something like that.
Oh,
But yeah,
How is
he
this
laughed,
possible?
and
oh, so Chris Cooper played with Zach.
Was Zach there?
Oh, wow, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, that would be.
Sorry for interrupting.
We're really interested in what you're saying.
No, I had never heard of Zach or I'd never heard Zach's music before. He did a duo for us, and I just loved it. Like I loved what he sent us, and it's in the same same.
He sent us.
It's like like Chris and him, and like people like Brian Rurick. Like it's not they're all unique, but it's it's very fucked sounding guitar. Like,
Very
as
fucked.
fucked as you can be.
But he worked in the sound of what, like an '87 Toyota Tercel,
Oh,
the engine, like a malfunctioning car engine, which was so good.
Who do you do a duo with? Your thing.
Was it with Tom Weeks?
Was it? Oh, maybe.
I think it was Zach Darrop and Tom Weeks.
That sounds correct.
Nice.
I would have to double check, but I believe that's correct.
Yeah, he's great. I hadn't heard him until the night we played together. And yeah, he holds his guitar really. Yeah, his whole thing. He's got a great thing going on.
Yeah, he really does. He really does. I've actually only seen him play once, and it was in the basement of the Orchard in New Haven. He was on a tour with you know what? It escapes me right now, but I was like, oh my god, who is this maniac? He's sweating. Love
Well,
that.
it's one of those styles where you can tell that it's not so much being influenced by other people as much as it's like a necessity.
Yes.
Like just the way he holds the guitar, he's like, I'm trying to do this thing, and this is how I came up with it. You look at it and you're like, what the fuck? Like, no one does it like that. And it's clearly his solution to how to do what he needs to do, which is what makes it so cool. It's like, okay. Well,
Yeah,
I wouldn't have
it's
thought
something
it was a guitar
inside
like
of
that.
himself that he's trying to push out. I think.
I can't wait to hear the CD.
Yeah, I personally can. Who put it out?
Yeah.
Hey.
Who put it? Well, we kind of put it out.
Hey,
Creative
listen
Sources from Portugal.
I didn't mean to.
But I'll get you a copy.
The crayons
Well,
are on the floor.
cool.
over
Let's trade.
But yeah, we're gonna trade. But where can everybody else buy it?
Who is this?
Yes.
They can buy it from Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that they were in this industry.
This cottage. So what do you have coming up?
Very excited to see the aviary and to hear you and Scott talking about the aviary.
The history of the Swiss Hotel painting.
Mine doesn't have a Swiss Hotel sticker on it.
Oh,
But
it doesn't?
no, that doesn't mean it wasn't at a Swiss Hotel.
No, well, yeah. Maybe they took them off. Maybe they were legally bound by Swiss Hotel to remove their name from the back.
Yeah, maybe this flea market in Rhode Island, I think is where I bought it. Maybe they took it off there like that. Let's make it seem a little more classy. Let's take the hotel sticker off the thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We
So,
could charge $6 more if we take the Swiss Hotel thing.
so where is this painting hanging in your house right now?
It's in my living room. I'll send a picture.
Oh, yes, please do, because I want to see.
It's not over the couch like yours is because I don't know if you ever met Glenn, the weird painting that Vic gave me.
Oh, no, I have met Glenn. I have met Glenn. It is a very odd painting. Oh, that's your over-the-couch painting? Yeah, that makes sense. Russ is much more of a minimalist than I am, so that's why there's only one picture in all this wall space.
Well, that's because
over
my
here
dad
where
is
I could fit like I don't know, like 9 more lithographs up here.
Well, do you have 9 more cool lithographs?
Yes, actually, I do.
Well, let's talk about it.
Well, we did, and you said no.
Fair
The
enough.
discussion was had.
Fair enough.
Well, that could be your next TV show. Is to go through these lithographs, kind of like what's the one where they appraise how much things are worth.
Oh God, what is that? Like marry it or dump it or something? Or wait, no, I don't know. I don't watch these things. We just like
I see them when I'm at the gym. That's when I see these.
90 Day Fiance, Love It or List It. Oh no, wait, no, that's not it either. It was, you know what? I've noticed that the absence of TV in a public space or public services is more noticeable now than a TV.
Like, how often do you go to a bar and there's not a TV? Or like 7 TVs?
Like 7 TVs. I went to a nail salon yesterday, and usually they have like a bank of TVs that are all like blaring like a different Lifetime movie at once. Like, I wish I were kidding, but this is actually true with several nail salons that I've been to, and I found this one that had a TV on the wall that was off. There was nothing. There was piano music.
Wow.
Oh, yes,
Where's
it was
that?
very classy. It was in Foxborough.
That sounds great.
Fancy Foxborough.
Yeah, it's funny. Mark Morgan was in town a couple months ago. We did some recording stuff, and we went to some bar, and somehow all the TVs were behind me, so I didn't notice. But he made a comment about the Red Sox being on. I was like, "Oh, are the Red Sox on?" He's like, "Dude, fucking turn around." I turned around, it was like 9 TVs with the Red Sox on, and everyone in the bar was wearing Red Sox stuff, and I was like, honestly didn't notice.
Completely desensitized.
Well, yeah, it's Boston.
Exactly.
I mean, it's like you don't even hear it anymore.
What's happening with those recordings? I mean, we have to wrap it up soon, but yeah, the recordings.
Oh yeah, the recordings with Mark Morgan.
And Chris Brokaw.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's tough right now because nobody wants to press anything. So
Yeah.
we're trying to figure out something with it and talk to a couple of people, and the response is kind of like, "Oh, it sounds great, but maybe 2023 or something like that."
Right.
So we'll see. It'll come out in some capacity because all 3 of us are actually happy with it, which is, if you know, all 3 of us is unusual.
that is incredibly
Mark and
unusual.
So hopefully something will happen.
Yeah. Well. Okay.
Oh.
We're getting the 5-minute signal, so.
Oh my goodness!
Okay.
All right, so
And
you're running out of time.
No, well, that's what I was saying. We need. Yeah, we're not running out of time.
Okay, all right, yeah, that's good then. One of us is paying attention.
So. Well, maybe we can squeeze in another question,
I think we could squeeze in another question.
and that would be: have you visited Attleboro recently?
Fun fact: Greg is from North Attleboro.
So,
To our studio audience watching it.
so very close to where we are right now, live in Pawtucket.
Yes, my parents are not far from you. Yeah, we should just sometime in the new year maybe just meet up, come hang out with me and my parents.
Oh, I would actually enjoy that. Do they still have that? Did your parents have Great Danes?
They do. They only have one Great Dane now, and then they have some. I don't know what the breed of the other one is, but they finally realized that they can't have a bunch of Great Danes running around, so they have one Great Dane and one smaller dog now.
Oh, like a reasonably normal sized dog? Because aren't Great Danes like the size of like small horses? They're like ponies.
Mini ponies.
They're big. I mean, we had one that was like 198 pounds, and they think that they're small, so they just lean against you or sit on you.
Oh God!
Crush your lungs.
But yeah, we should definitely do something. They're going to come up here to meet up with my sister and I, but at some point I'll get down to the Attleboro, North Attleboro area, and we'll meet up.
We'll go to the Good Dive Bar. All the good ones at Attleboro are closed now, but there's good ones in Pawtucket still.
Well. All right.
All right.
Well,
Well,
Greg.
great talking to you.
it was
Greg,
great talking to you.
So great talking to you. Thank you so much, and we will see you soon. It's inevitable.
It is inevitable. All right.
Well, thanks for having me on your show.
Oh, thanks for talking to us. Hi to Leah.
Yeah.
Hi, Leah.
Talk to you soon. I will.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Well, I think we are coming to the end.
That's it.
So Kevin, be ready.
Kevin, be ready. So we would just like to reiterate that Non-Event is an amazing
An
organization,
exceptional.
an exceptional organization, and they have weathered so much with the changes in the landscape and now the changes in the world, and I would just like to keep being a part of it.
Yep. And so please donate. Yeah, you can see. Oh no, see, it's the opposite. Donate.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, there
yes.
it is.
We crack ourselves up.
We
So,
do. We're
yeah,
hilarious
That's
to
just
each other.
yes, insufferable to many. But yeah, thank you for the opportunity and the platform for. I don't know what I'm saying.
All right, yeah, just
donate.
shut us off, Kevin. We're just gonna yammer
right,
on forever.
I'm about to stop streaming, so I hope you're ready.
Good night, everybody. I
Good night.
miss you terribly.
Enjoy the rest of the live stream. Okay, here we go.